Dave Ramsey. Some people love the guy, others absolutely hate the guy and disagree with his philosophy. So let's talk a little bit about Dave Ramsey. But first, guys, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and let's get into it.
If you could borrow $1 billion, 0% interest for 10 years, would you do it?
No.
Even though you could put it in treasuries and pay it off after the 10 years. You could lock in 10-year treasury right now, 10% or 5%.
No.
It's not worth it.
I don't borrow money.
There we go.
So one thing we all know about Dave Ramsey is that he absolutely hates borrowing money, and he advises against it except for, I believe, a mortgage, because let's be honest, who in this day and age can buy a house in cash, right? I mean, nobody for the most part, right? Unless you're just saving for 20 years, which in that case doesn't make much sense. But Dave Ramsey is anti-debt, and he was asked if he could borrow $1 billion at 0%. Would he? And he said no. You gotta, respect the fact that he stands on his principles, guys, even though it's kind of dumb, financially speaking, not to borrow $1 billion at 0%. You gotta respect the guy, respect the man for sticking to his principles, even though financially speaking, it's dumb not to borrow money at 0%. You got to respect Dave Ramsey, man.
Fastest way to build wealth is to get out of debt. Your most powerful wealth building tool is your income. Consumer debt is out of control in America. This is the richest broke country in the world. $17.5 trillion, and that's just consumer debt, not mortgage. Debt is a product. Banks make money on debt. Y'all know that, right? Car companies make money on debt. Y'all know that, right? It is the most aggressively marketed product in our culture today, with more marketing sophistication than any other product and more money spent than any other product in America today. In the most marketed to culture in the history of the world, the number one king of it all is the people selling you debt. Well, guess what? When you do that much sophistication selling something, people buy it. As a matter of fact, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, the four of those combined this year will spend over $4 billion in marketing, just those four companies. You've been had. You've been screwed. You know this because their buildings are bigger than yours. Their furniture in those buildings is nicer than yours. Well, guess who paid for it? You did. You've been screwed. And you got to decide, am I going to play anymore?
Boom. There you have it, guys. America, that's a great quote. America is the richest broke country in the world. That makes so much sense because everybody's like, oh, Americans are so rich, they have so much money, when in reality, most of the stuff that you guys see that makes them quote unquote rich is all financed, right? The house, the car, the multiple cars, the ATV that they ride in the backyard, right? Whatever it may be, the four-wheeler, whatever the heck you want to call it, right, guys? That is such a good quote, man. The richest broke country in the world. Pretty much Americans are sold debt. That's what he said in that video. They're sold debt because a lot of the stuff that you're sold these days, you can't really buy it in cash unless you have a budget, unless you have money put away, which most Americans, we already know, don't even have $400 put away. That's not good.
Stop acting rich. You don't have any stinking money. Act like a broke person. Why? It's easy. You're a broke person. You make 60 or 90 or 160 a year and you got nothing. Nothing. No money. Payments coming out your ears, out of control, strutting around acting like you're something. In Texas, they call that big hat, no cattle. Stop it. I'm tired of being broke. I work too stinking hard to be this broke. I put up with too much crap to be this broke. If people aren't making fun of you, you're probably not on track. Because people are stupid. People are broke. They Said and I Heard is the dumbest financial planning firm out there. Because if you look around, 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Stupid is on parade all around you. It's a clown show financially. You want to be that? I don't want to be that.
Now, that is for sure one of the biggest problems that a lot of Americans have these days. They know that they can't afford certain things, but they still buy them. They still finance them, and they act rich. Even though they're technically broke, they're technically poor, they still act rich. And most people that actually have money, right, guys, have money away in a retirement account, stock brokerage, taxable account. You know, they have an emergency fund. They have some real estate. Most people that are, wealthy, that are rich, a lot of the time you couldn't tell by just looking at them. They drive a regular car, they wear regular clothes, and that's how you actually get wealthy, right? You're conservative, you don't spend all your money on lavish, eye-catching stuff, and you save that money and invest the difference between, your expenses and your income. That difference right there, you don't go and blow that money. You save, you invest that money.
If you do these 5 things, you will win with money 100% of the time. Number 1, you need to have a written plan, a budget. No one accidentally wins. Second thing is you got to get out of debt. Your most powerful wealth-building tool is your income. And when you spend your whole freaking life giving your money to banks who fill up the skyline and have furniture nicer than yours, that makes you stupid. When you don't have any payments, you know what you've got? Money. Live on less than you make. Number 3, in the house of the wise are stores of choice food and oil, but a foolish man devours all that he has. If you spend everything you make, you're a fool. You're going to get on a plan. You're going to get out of debt. You're going to live on less than you make. And then you're going to save some money. You know how rich people get rich? They save money. I don't know if I agree with Dave Ramsey's investment assumptions. I don't give a crap if you agree with my investment assumptions. You know what my investment assumption is? My assumption is you're going to be broke until you save money. That's my assumption. You need to get up off your assumption and go do something. You need to get up off your assumption and start investing some money. 100% of the people that don't save money don't have any. And if you'll get out of debt and you'll invest and you live on less than you make and you have a plan, then you can do the last one. It's the most fun you'll ever have with money. You can be outrageously generous.
There you go. That's why I love Dave Ramsey. Now, do I agree with everything the guy says? I don't. I really don't. But I do like how direct he is. He tells it to you how it is, and he wants to get you on the right track. And those couple of steps there, building a budget, getting out of debt, those are crucial, man. They're basic, they're simple. A lot of people already know all about them, but they don't actually practice these steps. But once you do, and you realize how crucial they are and how simple they are, you're going to get out of debt, you're going to make more money, you're going to start building wealth. You just have to do these steps with intent. If you do that, you're going to be good.
Quit believing all this fear-mongering bullcrap that's out there. If you're thinking about buying a house and the only thing you're waiting on is the real estate prices to come down or the interest rates to come down, don't wait. Go buy a house right now if you're ready, because the prices aren't going to come down, and if the interest rates come down, you can just refinance. The rate is temporary. So you marry the house, you date the rate.
So yeah, that makes sense. You marry the house, you date the rate, because you can always refinance. So essentially what he's saying there is, if you're ready to buy a house, don't wait on rates to come down, housing prices to come down, because essentially he doesn't think that that's going to happen. And I saw another video, I think I might have reacted to it in a recent video here on YouTube. By the way, guys, make sure to subscribe here to the channel. He said that he doesn't think housing prices are going to come down over the next 5 years. He thinks in 5 years, they're going to be a lot higher than they are now. So if you're ready, if you have the money, get into a house now. Do I necessarily fully agree with that? Maybe not. I think there could be some volatility, maybe some selling in real estate prices, but you never know, man. He's been in the game way longer than me, so maybe he sees something that I don't. But what do you guys think about that? Are you buying a house now, or are you waiting? I'm personally waiting with my wife.
Drive a car like no one else. All your friends making fun of you. And then when you buy a car that's worth more than they are, you can say, how do you like me now? You're going to pay a price to win. You're either going to go through some crap and deny yourself some things in order to get to where you want to go, or you're just going to live in mediocrity. There is a price to be paid either way. A life of mediocrity or the life of a champion, because you paid a price to win the game. It's the hallmark of people who are emotionally mature, the ability to delay pleasure. Most people don't have it. That's why you stand out like in a wonderful way when you have it. People that can delay pleasure, they can stay away from the donuts. I've been working on that one, and it's hard for me, but I like donuts, and I haven't had one in a while.
You look good.
Thank you. You do too.
Camera adds 10 pounds, so don't go off of that.
Oh, man, that's funny. Don't we all love our donuts, guys, especially this time of year, man? My sister-in-law, she makes these crazy apple cider donuts, not black butter, geez, brown butter apple cider donuts, and man, I absolutely love those things. It's tough not to eat them, but sometimes, guys, like Dave Ramsey said, you gotta delay pleasure, whether it's with your diet or especially with your finances, right? Delay the gratification, save money, invest money, get a cheaper car now, and then later on in life, you can get a nice, fat, brand new whip, and there you go. It paid off, right? It all paid off. So overall, guys, I'm a Dave Ramsey fan. Again, I don't agree with everything that the guy says, but man, the way that he gives it to you straight, he gets people out of debt. He makes people invest and save money, focus on that, right? I love it. His core principles make a lot of sense to me. And again, we can disagree on some of the nitty gritty. It is what it is. But Dave Ramsey, man, is an absolute legend. And there you have it, guys. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And hit that like button, by the way. And don't forget to subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. And I appreciate all of you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.